How you doing? It's all right. Good. Literally just starting this because I just want to say thank God. This is literally the last week of exams. The last week. Like literally, I have an exam today for sociology. I have an exam tomorrow for information systems management, which we'll see how that goes. And I have a paper I have due on the 19th of May. Right now, today's the what is it, 11th? She better be 11th. The 11th of May, Monday. Sorry, kind of tired. Just woke up a little bit recently. 11th of May. So literally, I don't have. After this week, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I don't have any more work to do. I can literally be lazy. Well, I shouldn't be lazy because I'm trying to get certified. So I need to work on that actually. Getting certified in C++ and C++. Whoa, what the fuck? Not C++. Oh shit. Damn, what was it? Security Plus, Network Plus, A Plus. Just getting all the pluses. So I can kind of get myself into a position to get like something stateside or federal or whatever. And probably practice some programming, do a little bit of math stuff so I can kind of get my mind right because I'm terrible at math. And I don't want to, go into next semester being shitty at math. The funny thing is right now I've been constantly contemplating whether or not I should transfer to a different university because of, well, initially it's requirements. That was the initial issue, was really requirements. But it still kind of is requirements because UMBC has so many requirements. Not that much more than the average school. Not bad requirements, but given the requirements that I'm looking for, and the way I learn on my own time is just not really, sometimes I don't feel like they fit at the same time. And I think like some of those main requirements for some of you, if you aren't aware, is the requirement of having to take a language or required to take a language when you come in. So many people probably would have taken like a language in high school for 4 years. You have to take at least 4 years of it. You would have taken probably 4 years of Spanish or whatever language you took. And then when you get here, you just have to take the 201 level and pass that. And that's a requirement. That's literally a school requirement. Before, it used to be a physical education requirement, but they got rid of that. Like the semester I came in, I think spring, fall semester, like literally a semester before I came in, they got rid of it. So I was lucky I didn't have to deal with that, the physical education requirement. So a lot of other people did, which sucked because it's like 2 credits or 1 credit, and that's another class. So you're like exhausted. It's just too fucking much. But yeah. So we got that language requirement that I find interesting, and I would be more excited to like, what do you say, like take a language requirement or like take a language in general. But like, unfortunately, I got my classes the way they're structured, and I really would like to learn a language, but I don't think the way they're structured and the way UMBC works on top of that is really, for me, the best way I learn. And it stresses me out because I took a language last semester, and it was Chinese. Don't ask me why I took it. A lot of people always say, why the hell did you take Chinese? Why didn't you just take Spanish? Well, let's just say UMBC is not biased when it comes to making all languages hard. Spanish is not easy here either. Apparently, all the fucking languages here are hell. I think that issue is that like the school tries to use this like different. I guess the university in general, but a lot of schools try to use this more of like Anglo-Saxon style of teaching. It's like that the idea where you have to know it. You kind of like they try to beat it in you to the point where it's like second nature, which is great. But I think I've come from like this different, like this American westernized style of learning where it's just like, not necessarily in all cases, but in a lot of cases where it's just pick A, pick B, pick C, or fill in the blank, or they give you pretty much the answer by just kind of in the question, and you just kind of have to just flesh out the question. But here it's kind of like they use, let's say they use more of a, let's see, I don't know, they just kind of use that style of learning, the Anglo-Saxon style, which is like saxophone. I think Anglo-Saxon, whatever. I'm not sure. I know I heard it, and I know I was kind of familiar with it. Stuff kind of comes and goes, but they use a different style learning, which is like they beating your head. You learn it when you're young. You should know it. You literally inherit, like, I mean, not inherit, but you kind of become one with the information where it pops out. And I think they use that here, so that they're trying to use that here, or I guess they've been trying to use that here. And STEM here is already hard, but like I said, with everything else. So if you're thinking about it that way, this shit is just stressful. For me, it's stressful. And then on top of that, I'm coming from a point of not having been in school. I mean, I've been in school the last 3 years technically, university. As a not university, but as a college student for the last 3 years. So I haven't been in. This was relatively recent, but prior to that, 7 years, 6 to 7 years, I wasn't in school. I haven't been in school since I was in 7th grade or 6th grade. After that, I was homeschooled and all this other stuff. That's another story for a different time. But like, I got signed out of school. So I was just working. So I'm kind of coming from a point where I was barely getting into the meat of the information that I would have learned in school to coming to this particular situation where they want to teach you a totally different way. And I'm an A, B, C, and D, pick your multiple choice type of guy. Like, so that's just my thing. But, you come here and it's crazy, but I think the whole point is, I was just taking a language and it's just so fucking hard, and I bombed the language course. I bombed Chinese. Literally, I was bombing it so bad. My teacher told me just drop the class. Like, you're not gonna pass, and ended up having to drop it, which really sucked because I liked it. I really loved the language, the idea of like learning it and the language in general, and just like the intricacies and how complicated it was. But just being able to learn it was really important to me. I wanted to learn it, but I think as it went on, I think the workload that I had on top of learning the language, which was already a lot, it's like a 4-credit class, it was already a lot, and you had to study every day, and I was not organized, and I was working. It was hard. It was really hard. I didn't make any time, so I ended up bombing the class, which was stressful. It was really stressful. It was really fucking stressful. I'm trying to figure out if that was the only class I dropped. Well, I feel like I dropped 2 classes. No, I didn't drop 2 classes. I ended up bombing another class. My first semester here was the worst. I got the worst GPA I've ever had. Ever. Like, ever. Worst fucking GPA ever. Yeah, but yeah, it's just, I've been kind of on the fence about due to the requirements and certain stuff, and just the way I learn, and just trying to figure out the best way and the best school person fit type of thing. They say job person fit type of thing. That job person fit, that's for me, like school person fit. Like, do I fit? How do I feel like? I love the school though. I mean, I like the different, I guess the look of diversity here is really good. It's not really one particular, like heavy in one particular group of people too much. So it's really great. I like to see different types of people. The issue is that, again, I don't know if I ever mentioned this in a different video. I feel like I did. But I feel like, I don't know, it's diverse, but it's like everyone's still, I don't know why I expected everyone to just go to a school together and just all of a sudden have like these diverse concepts of just wanting to speak to people and get to know each other and just kind of figure out where everyone comes from. I guess I came in like that because I kind of came in from a different perspective. I think from community college it's kind of different. I think people are at community college, I think everyone's, not everyone, but I think I find a lot more like students mature a little differently at the community college level because it's like that reality check, I guess, and it's like the mind state's a little different. I mean, they still do the same stupid shit, immature stuff and all that, but I think it's just like reality check, the way they look at things a little bit. It's much different. I think coming from community college to come in here, university was much different because it felt like I was in here with a bunch of teenagers in comparison, right? Because if it's just like they come in from a very immature world, which is it can be mature for some people, but very immature space, which is like high school, very immature. It's all about it's very subjective, I guess. Not subjective, but objective. No, okay, I'm not using those correctly. Trust me, I don't use these words correctly. You don't use it, you lose it. It's very confusing. Please don't kill me for this. But it's just very superficial, right? Everything's kind of like, I look like this, you look like that. If I buy this, I got all this. I buy these nice shoes, you buy this, whatever. You look like that, like nerd type of stuff. I don't know, some shit like that. It's the same way in some schools. It just doesn't go the same way. Like black schools, the same way. You're just not going to call a nerd, but they can look at you like a nerd. Particular white schools probably like nerds, people who got money and job, whatever. But it's just a different world. They come in, and I just feel like I'm around children. So the mind stays different. It just feels weird. It feels really fucking weird. Really weird. Feels like, it almost feels lonely, I guess, if that makes sense. I think it felt lonely. My first semester, first semester was kind of lonely because it was like you come in with a class of people, but everyone's not really your age, besides like a few like older people, which is really cool. But they're grown ass adults, kids, and I don't have kids. And they're just kind of busy working, trying to figure shit out, and I'm just trying to like make friends and really engage. And honestly, I don't think of myself as not being social. I think I was really social. I think I was great at like talking to people, but I think the issue comes in when it's about like, what do you say? Oh, don't do this. Don't do this to my computer. I have this thing plugged into the HDMI. Don't do this to the computer. Oh God. Okay. Just cut on. Please don't do this to me. Thank you. It's back on. But yeah, sorry for that moment. But just felt weird. It feels really weird. It felt really lonely the first semester. Kind of depressed because it's not what I really expected, and I expected to get into more. And I think the more I got into, the worse my grades slipped. And I think I had no control over this level of though it was. I didn't plan my classes out properly. I feel like my girlfriend told me otherwise. I think she told me not to do what I did, and I still did the shit. You never learn, I guess. So kind of hard-headed on that one. But shit just went downhill, man. Last semester was just, like I said, just the worst. And like I said, I've just been kind of dealing with this semester where I kind of had this almost the same issue. I ended up dropping one class. I feel like I'll pretty much pass all my classes, especially with that pass-fail issue. I don't really have to worry about it now. I kept 3 last semester. I only passed 2. I had 4, dropped 1, and then I failed the other one. Thought I'd be smarter than that. I thought I'd be smarter than that, but apparently not. Last semester, but this semester I should have been a little bit smarter and maybe pick something different. Probably going to end up, if I end up staying here, I'm going to change my major for sure. I don't mind this major, but I just think, given what I'm looking for and what the major was, I'm just trying to fit a fucking square peg into a circle hole, which is so stupid. And I think, it's just stupid. But honestly, it feels like me, if I didn't feel like it was unrealistic to go for a degree in art, and I feel like it wouldn't pay off immediately, I would do art I really love art and like graphic design and illustration and things like that. I've been doing that forever. I've been doing that for almost my life, but I've been trying to learn this so it can kind of give me something to start with, job wise, and make money. And I hope God willing, that I have the fortitude to save and kind of like be able to start my own type of independent business as an entrepreneur, that type of stuff. And kind of just do stuff in the arts because I really love like comics and stuff like that. And I really wanted to become a comic artist when I was younger. But I just never practiced enough, and I was always discouraged, and I didn't really feel like anyone liked my art. So that kind of became an issue. But yeah, I don't know how we got here, but it's about majors and stuff if I stay here. But I've really been considering transferring to Towson because Towson has less requirements. Still math requirements, but they have less requirements. Ideally, they'll give me more money to go. And yeah, it's just a little bigger school. Has a few more things going on. There's much more activities going on. Only reason I don't want to go there is because when you graduate from here, I don't know. It just seems like this degree, sorry, hiccups. This degree power, like weighted power issue. UMBC is like known for being a STEM school. So if you graduate from here, a lot of times employers close to the DMV area, the DC area mostly, well, not mostly, but DMV area, we'll just stick there, tend to hire pretty well from UMBC, but then at the same time, they also hire from Towson, because Towson has a lot of stuff around them too, in the Maryland area, and as well as DMV. But you can get hired from pretty much any school, so it's kind of like, what do you want, I guess? Do you want that, like, I guess if you want to be in a more social space, university, I would say UMBC can be social. It's more smaller and close-knit like family, but it's small. It's not like really small, but it's pretty small. They can't really expand. They only have so much space. It's a good school. If you can handle the workload, if you're a type of person that can like just do your damn work, and if you really just care about being successful and you ask for help. But you know, it's not too much going on. It's enough going on, but it's not too much. Towson has a lot going on. Have like bars, pubs, everything else down the street, up the street, mall, shopping district, Target, Walmart, a bunch of other stuff over there. TJ Maxx, all the way up down the street. You just walk. You probably walk like 30 minutes or 20 minutes. It's down the street. They got a mall up the street. It's less than a 15-minute walk. I don't know how that's going to go, though, because of this whole corona thing. We'll see what the fuck happens. And they just have more shit going on campus. They got a football team. They got other stuff. I mean, football teams usually invite stupidity and stupid shit. But who knows? A lot of them graduate with fucking 4.0s. Whatever. Highest grades. So, let me not stereotype them. But yeah, they have a lot more going on. A bigger campus, more people. But I guess it also makes it feel like you could possibly get stuck in a big void of like, you don't know where you belong because there's so many fucking people. I think that's the only worry. I think the biggest worry for me is that if I already have issues at UMBC, I can only imagine at Towson where it's 23,000 people or 25,000 people, and UMBC is only like 15,000, maybe, right? I mean, it's still a lot of fucking people, and I still haven't met everyone to this point, but I don't think I ever will. But I don't know. It's just one is offering me more money to go. They have my major. They even have my degree. They have like IT and shit like that. I was thinking about just going for IT, information technology, which is exactly what I actually want to do. More hardware based, some software stuff. They also have information systems, which is not bad there too. I could do that. They also have computer science. All of those, right? They have all those options. You know, it's just bigger. Bigger school, more to do, more to keep myself busy. The only issues that are, it's like you kind of have to decide if you want to be on campus. I think that's the biggest concern for me, is if I would want to be on campus. I don't really want to because I have like shit going on and I kind of live here and I don't want to have to move here or put this shit in storage just to go there. That's why I'm like on the fence. I'm very much on the fence, and because I have friends here, I have a few friends here. That I do like being around, and I think they're nice people, and we just all get along, we all, it's kind of hard to make friends, so when you make good friends that you feel like you really trust, you always want to keep them around, but, I don't know, it's just so many things to think about, and it'll become a little bit easier after this, like, exam stuff is done, and I can kind of focus on my next plan of action and mission, where I can really figure out if I want to, like, how I want to go about it, because I still haven't done a deposit even for Towson if I wanted to stay on campus. It's $350. Who the fuck wants to pay $350? Jesus Christ. So, yeah. So $350 deposit. Relatively expensive. So, then I was also thinking about staying on campus here. Just too expensive for me, honestly. UMBC is really expensive to go to, because the issue is like they're kind of like University of Maryland, but a little bit better. not better, but like as far as more, I don't know, just more. They give you a little bit more to go. If you're like even if you're like the average, if you're like an average 3.0 something student at University of Maryland, you come here, you'll probably get a lot of money, decent money, or like 3.5 or something. You'll get some decent money. University of Maryland, you probably still won't get any money. You come here, you'll get a lot of money. But for me, as being a real average student, it really doesn't pay me enough to really go here and like really enjoy it, because I would have to pay like almost $2,000 more, another $1,000 more just to stay on campus. So can't really do shit. And I feel like usually staying on campus is the biggest aspect of like kind of meeting people and getting them to know you because you stuck with them. Like again, I don't know this Corona stuff. I don't know what's gonna happen, but that's a few things to consider, and I think that's kind of like a big part of the reason why it's been so kind of like hard to figure out what the fuck to do. Oh, and another concern is that I don't want to lose like my aid here, because my GPA last semester ended up being a 1.7. This semester it could be better, but I did drop a class, and last semester I dropped and failed a class. And financial aid gets kind of spotty after a year, and I don't want to lose my aid or loans or whatever. And I can't go here, and then I decide to commit here, and fucked, and I can't go here. You know, I would have to pay for classes. I don't have that type of money, so that's why I still committed to Towson. I still gave them the money deposit, but I don't know if I actually want to go there because it's much further from me. It's like 30 minutes drive, 25 minutes drive, and I'm like literally 10 to 15 minutes or less away from UMBC walking, so I can get there no matter what. I just don't have the money to go there if shit goes left. So I'm just trying to put my eggs in multiple baskets. I don't know what to do. But yeah, I guess that's just something. It's just something just wanted to go over, talk about real quick. I guess I don't know. I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, man. I'm trying to figure out my next move, and yeah, really just trying to figure out my next move, because it's kind of, you never know. It's kind of getting crazy out here, with the economy and everything, and with like, not, jobs and stuff, and like I got laid off from my 2 jobs, and I'm a temporary worker. I'm a union, but we'll see what happens. Like, they may not have me working for a while because I'm temporary, so I may not necessarily get fired because I didn't do anything wrong. But as far as like working, because I'm a temp worker, like I'm a on-call worker, I may not end up working for a while because they, a lot of companies are going to try to use the excuse that they need to recoup their financial losses. So I might be more of a loss, or like a expense to pay me plus regular full-time and part-time employees who are more entitled to benefits, or not benefits, but like financial whatever money, so hours and things like that. So we will see, but right now I'm not going to wait. I'm going to try my best to put myself in a position to get myself as much money as possible. And IT looks like it's still cooking right now. They're still looking for people because clearly they need people to migrate the systems, because the unemployment is shit and other systems are shit. So they're clearly still looking for people for healthcare to help with healthcare data and information and financial stuff, people's benefits, medical insurance, all that stuff. So I'm putting myself in position. So hey, you never know. I'm going to keep figuring that out as we go through this year, and hopefully I can kind of start really recording my experiences on campus, so I can kind of give everyone like a good look into what goes on in the day-to-day bullshit, or just day-to-day stuff. But yeah, so thank you for watching this video, and yeah, definitely tune in, and I guess like, comment, subscribe, whatever. If you have any real questions or anything you want to talk about, or anything you want to, I don't know, just I guess discuss, just comment or something, or just let me know, and we'll see what we can do, and I can talk about it or maybe discuss it. So for now, I will say bye, and thank you.